Welcome to the Fireside Chat on the Everyday Athlete Podcast Network by Run Try Bike. I am your host, Jason Bahamundi, and I am super excited about my guest today because we're going to be talking about the dynamics of being a relay team for a 200-mile race. And this particular race is the Wild West Relay, which is put on by Run Windsor, owned by Mandy Mullins. And if that name sounds familiar, it is because she was just on the Beyond the Finish Line podcast with Joe Harden and has been a guest on our Fiery Ember show. Check those out on the Everyday Athlete Podcast Network. Joining me today are Sherry and Tommy, which are two members of the Canvas Run Club, which is part of the Canvas Credit Union, or started by the Canvas Credit Union. And about half of the team is employees. So it'll be cool to figure out how running a relay team impacts business when it's all said and done. But before I bring them on, please remember to subscribe, rate, review, and comment if you're using Spotify on our on your favorite podcast platform. This really does help us out. It helps lift us in the algorithm and helps us to bring on great guests like Sherry and Tommy. We have 9 shows for you to choose from. Various stories and hosts are there. And so I'm sure you'll find one or hopefully all of them to your liking. So without any more rambling, bumbling, stumbling, and mispronunciations from me, let's get on with the show. Hey, Sherry and Tommy, how are you today?
Good. How's it going, Jason?
I am great. It's always uncomfortable to ask that question since I've been chatting with my guests for 15 minutes. Like, I already know how you're doing.
That's right.
Yep.
A little bit behind the scenes for you other podcast listeners. Sherry, you told me you've been running for 28 years, and Tommy, you've been running for 5 years.
Yep.
And my first question for both of you is, how did you get involved in this event with this particular team? Sherry, I'll give that to you first.
This will be my 4th year running the Wild West, and actually I got into it because of Christine. She's the one that was going to be speaking here but couldn't make it. She's been running it for like 10 years. So I work with her. So she would say, hey, Sherry, we need a runner. This is a relay. It's 200 miles. And I'm looking at her like she's crazy. I'm going to really run this. And so anyways, I said, yep, I'll do it. And then she basically, they gave me the hardest leg, which I have no idea what it was going to be like, but actually it was amazing. And kind of once I did it, I was hooked. So now this will be my 4th year.
Tommy, before I bring that question over to you, Sherry, I want you to answer what is the hardest leg, because we had another team from the Wild West Relay on a month ago, and I want to see if your description or your stage number matches their stage number.
The number of the leg is 7.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Okay.
Yep.
We'll get a little bit more into that, and we are going to have a team. Run Try Bike is going to have a team there in 2026. We've
nice.
already put it together, and so I'll make sure to draw the long straw when it comes to stage 7.
Do it. Yeah.
Yes.
So, Tommy, how did you get involved with the team?
Yeah. Similar to Sherry, Christine, she reached out, asked if I wanted to do it. Mandy does another relay in September. That's the Flaming Foliage. And I've participated in that one. And this is actually my first year running the Wild West Relay. And I am beyond excited. This is one that I've always wanted to run.
Oh, so you haven't done it yet?
Not yet.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
You got like what? 9 days?
9 days. I'm ready.
Oh,
I'm
that's
so
fantastic.
ready for it. Yeah.
By the way, for you other podcasters, you should get prepared and know this stuff before you get surprised on the show.
No, that's all right, because I've got relay stories.
Yeah,
This is fantastic. So you have been running then for 4 years before Christine says to you, hey, I need you on the team. And Sherry, I'm going to bring this back to you in a second as well. But was it, we need a team member, or, hey, you've been running for 4 years and we need a ringer, so we need you to come and do one of these legs? As for you, Tommy.
No, when she put it out there, it's her and I that are kind of co-leaders of the run club here at the credit union. And so I was in from day one, and we picked our legs and then reached out to everybody and was like, hey, let's do it.
Oh, so you took your first dibs. You were like, yeah, this is what I'm doing.
Oh yeah.
Leadership has its privileges.
Just a little, just a little.
Sherry, because you've been running for a while before you were asked to be on the team, were you considered one of the ringers because of your experience running?
I don't know about that. I feel like that I've been running a long time, but I feel like everybody gets involved. Whoever does it, we all just support each other, and it doesn't matter who's been running a long time or not. It's just something, you're a team, and you just work it out through the whole thing. So, but yeah, that's why they gave me that leg 7 the first time, because I had been running a long time. I had no idea what I was getting into because it was new for me. So it was a good thing that they did it that way, because I would have been like, I don't know about this, but yeah, it was
So, in your opinion, what makes leg 7 the most difficult?
it's a lot of uphill.
Yeah.
And you go up Rabbit Ears Pass, you go all the way up to the top of it. So that's challenging. And so most of it's uphill. That's why.
Were you a trail runner before joining the team?
Not really. I run mostly on the streets, the roads. Yeah, so that was new for me. Yes, but I like it a lot.
Yeah.
So, and Wild West doesn't have a lot of trails. It's a lot
Okay.
of road running too. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah, the other one they do has more trails to it.
Gotcha.
And I've done that one too.
So, Tommy, when you were picking your legs before you started asking the rest of the members, what were you looking for the legs that you wanted to run? What was important to you?
That's a really good question. I just kind of went eeny, meeny, miny, mo. That one worked. I'm always up for a challenge, and these legs all bring their own individual challenges. And somehow I kind of landed in the middle of easy to difficult.
Gotcha.
So it'll be a nice challenge. My biggest requirement was with the vans. So I'm actually driving van 2.
Okay.
So I needed to make sure that I would be in van 2. And that was really the only big requirement, I guess you could say, that I had. Otherwise, it was just the pick a leg that looks good.
So let's backtrack for a minute there, Tommy. Can you explain to the audience van 1, van 2, what this means? How does it work for a relay team at the Wild West Relay?
Yeah, so for the Wild West Relay, it's a team of 12 people. There are 2 vans that'll have 6 runners in each van. Van 1 gets the privilege of starting early in the morning for our team. That will be 5 a.m. Friday morning. And then van 2 will meet at what's called a van exchange, and that's after runner 6. And so we in van 2 will kind of jumpstart, meet them at the end of van 1's first round.
And how many miles will van 1 cover before van 2 starts?
Ooh,
yeah,
that's a good question. I think it's gonna be like 30 miles, 40 miles.
Perfect. So we don't need the exact number. So then essentially van 1 will run, and then van 2 runs, and then van 1 will run again, and then van 2 will run again.
Exactly.
And so give or take, each van is going to cover about 100 miles.
Yep.
Okay.
Ish. Yeah.
Around there, yes.
Give or take, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, Sherry, I want to bring this over to you. When you said you've been doing this for how many years now?
28.
No, for Wild West Relay.
Oh, 4 years.
4 years.
4 years, yes.
So what were you most excited about in year 1, and has that thinking continued on through the 4 years?
It's been really, it's a different type of race, and it's very challenging. Each year gets a little bit more, it's challenging each year. Plus I try to do a different leg every year.
Okay.
So that makes it a little more, exciting and challenging, and just the different types of seeing different scenery. But my first year, I had you try to explain to people how it works. You actually have to do it to kind of understand it, because it's way different than what you think, at least for me. And it's a lot of fun. You sleep in a van, and it's, you don't get a whole lot of sleep. So you're on, it's crazy. And, people start to smell, and it's just, but it's just a challenging thing. So I find that people that do it either love it or they just don't do it again. That's kind of how it works. But I think it's just a great thing. So each year for me, it's just challenging, because I try to pick a different leg each year so that I get different. It's a different type of run. It's never the same. So, and that's what just keeps me going. So maybe eventually I'll do them all.
Well, that was going to be my question. Like, if you participate in this, if it's 2 vans each time, there's give or take 24 legs. Then, if you participate for 24 years, you could conceivably, or I guess if you have fewer members, if you don't have 12 members, you can run the legs.
Yep.
Tommy, what are you most excited about as this being your first year?
I am actually most excited about the scenery.
Okay.
I love the scenery. And most of the time you're just driving through it.
Yeah.
So getting to see it from a runner's level I can't wait. I've learned that when it comes to relay races, my favorite runs are actually the night runs.
Okay.
Because when you're out in the middle of nowhere, there's no light pollution. And so you get to see the sky, the stars, and if we're lucky, we get a very bright moon. And seeing the sights on a beautiful, clear, moonlit night, when all you hear is the sound of your feet hitting the pavement, is just, it's so magical.
I was just pacing at the Vermont 100 this past weekend, and I started around 9 p.m. and finished around 2:30 a.m. I think was the time we finished.
Okay.
And so you're in the dark. Every word that you just uttered is exactly what it's like. You're in the dark the whole time, and you're tired, right? But I have found, and I'd love to get your thinking on this, I have found that when you're tired at night in those moments, you get closer with the people around you. Right? Like the things that you start talking about they're less superficial.
Yeah.
And right? They're more in depth, and you I don't want to say you're bearing your soul, but you're definitely letting on, you're pulling the body armor away in those
Sure.
You are bearing your soul, because you're so sleep deprived
Yes.
that you say something and you're like, oh, cool. Well, now you know that about me. Let's unpack that.
Exactly.
Even though it's primarily a work sponsored event, I have made incredible close friendships with these people. Sherry being one of them. Sherry has become such a great friend. She knows about my life almost as much as my husband does. And she loves my husband and he loves her. And
does your husband participate?
No, he cheers me on from home.
Okay.
And you cross that point of becoming coworker friends to friends who happen to work together.
Oh, that's a great way to put it.
Yeah. And it's just, we have all gotten so close in this club because of these relays that
so true.
There's nothing like it, honestly.
It's pretty awesome. Yes. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I've met amazing people because you're with them the whole time in the van. So I've been with people I've never knew. And once I was done with this race, they were like, they were friends. And I've kept in contact with some of them. So it's pretty amazing. Yeah.
The team we had on the previous episode talking about the Wild West Relay said the same thing, in that, yes, we're coworkers, but to what they said and shared, to your point, is they worked at our company, but I didn't know who they were because I don't deal with them on a daily basis or even an irregular basis for that matter.
Mhm.
And so, they would have been like employee number 12 for all I knew. But then when they go through the relay process, they have a name, who their significant others are, if they have kids, what their favorite hobbies are, you get to really get close with them. And I think that is one of the unique things about relay races that is unlike any other type of race you would do. Even pacing somebody is not
Mhm.
exactly the same, because once I dropped Allie off at mile 90 and she went the last 10, 11 miles with her husband, I wasn't talking to her anymore.
Yep.
Right. But now
Mhm.
you're in a van and you're getting to talk continuously throughout that process.
Yeah.
Sherry, help me understand this with being in the van and sleeping, right? Like, is there an actual opportunity to close your eyes and fall asleep? Or are you just passing out and taking a 20-minute nap because somebody else is loud and telling a very loud story?
That can happen. So we have rest stops, like when we are like van 1 when we're done, and then van 2 starts. We'll go somewhere, we'll park, and then we try to sleep.
Okay.
And then we try to find room in the van to do that. So you can kind of get a little bit of maybe an hour or two if you're lucky. And then we get up and then we start moving again. But yeah, it's just cat naps really throughout when you have those moments. But actually sleeping, it's not the most comfortable in some of these vans because they're, I don't know, the bench seats, we're all crowded together. And yeah, it's an interesting thing. So you really get sleep deprived, but I don't know, you just work through it. So yeah.
What has been one of the least enjoyable things? Because look, it would be awesome if everything was unicorns and rainbows, but we know it's not. So Sherry, what has been one of the least enjoyable things? And it could be lighthearted, right? It might just be, one of my running teammates just stunk.
So, I think the sleeping part is the hardest. That part I
Gotcha.
don't like because when you get to leg 3, you're pretty exhausted and you're kind of fatigued and stuff. So, I feel once I get going, you're usually okay, but it's just, that's the hard part because you're so tired.
Yeah.
And and then you change your clothes every time you run, but the smelly part, you just deal with that, It's just part of being in the van with people. Everybody's different. So
Yeah.
but yeah, so probably the sleeping part is the hardest thing for me, I think, because it's just you're just fatigued and you just want to finish and trying to get into it and stuff. That's other than that, I mean, it's pretty good. You bring your own food and stuff, so you eat what you want. And I think it's the sleeping part that's hardest.
Tommy, what are you expecting to be? Or what do you think? Let me rephrase. What do you think is going to be harder than you expect it to be?
I would probably have to say keeping a control on things. Once you get to know me, I am a very unhinged person.
I've only known you for 33 minutes, and I get that feeling.
Yeah. I have a filter. I choose not to use it at times.
Same.
And adding the sleep deprivation and the excitement, my filter it's non-existent.
Are you a Sagittarius by chance?
No, actually, I'm an Aquarius. Yeah. There are people in the van this year that have seen me at work. They've gotten a little taste when we do our long runs on the weekends, but they have not gotten to meet the full unhinged sleep deprived version of me. And so I'm worried that they're going to look at me and go, holy cow, who is this?
Yeah, it's coming.
It's coming, yes.
Larry, are you in? I presume you're in the van with Tommy as well then this year.
No, I'm actually in van 1. So yeah, I've been in van 2 the whole time, the last 3 years. This is my first time in van 1, and I'm actually runner 1. So I'll start out 5 a.m.
Oh, wow. Look at you go. See, you are the ringer. They
Yeah, right.
got to set the tone. Look, I get it, right? It's relay. We all want to have fun, but I'm a very competitive person too. I'd be screaming down the road at leg one. I may not be able to run the rest of the time, but I got leg one done.
I'll get us started.
We'll get us started. That's all we need.
Do you guys, is there like a baton or a wrist slap thing that like, how do you know who's like going next? Like, how does that happen?
Usually we just do a high five or something.
Okay.
And one year we did have a little tiny alien, and that's what we were passing. That was last year we did that. Yeah, it was a little green alien.
See?
Yeah, then we take.
I have an idea.
Okay,
See? Unhinged van two. Get it started. Sherry, you might want to talk to the team and get yourself back in the van two. Let them know you'll run leg one and then you'll switch and be in leg van two.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't imagine trying to manage the logistics on something like that. One of the things you said, Tommy, which caught me a little bit by surprise, is that you guys are doing long runs together. So are like, I presume not all 12 at the same time are showing up, or maybe you are.
No. So we have a couple people that are not in the Denver metro area.
Okay.
That will be running this. And so they're on their own training. But for our weekend long runs, we alternate between two spots. One is like downtown Denver, and the other is kind of southwest Denver. And so we'll alternate between those, and it's whoever can make it. We're running at this time at this location. If you want to run 12 miles, run 12 miles. I'm only going to do 6.
Right.
And so we offer this every weekend, and it's always a surprise to see who actually shows up, because life happens.
Right.
And so I'll put it in our group chat beginning of the week, say, hey, Sunday, we're running here at this time. Love to see you. And that's it. After this, actually, a group of us are going to go for an after work run.
Yes.
This is really cool. So I could see how you guys become more than coworkers, because you're running together during the weekend on the weekends as well. Do you think that also helps when you're actually in the event? Because you're not running on your own. You get to know the person. And then I would imagine, and Sherry, I'll ask you this, like, because you've done it so many years, when you see somebody struggling during their leg, because you've been running with them already, you kind of have an idea like, hey, you need more gel, or you need more liquid, or whatever the pep talk might need to be to help them along. Is that a safe assumption?
Yes. Yes. There was one time I actually, I run a lot. So, and it was my first year, and it was only a 3-mile run, but it was like 90 degrees out. And I'm like, oh yeah, I won't need my water. I'll be just fine. But then halfway through it, the van came by. Are you okay? And I'm like, I need water. So it's like, so you do see that. And they knew that, because they're like, I still need water, of course, this is too hot. But yes, that is true. So you kind of keep an eye on them when they're running. We kind of go out further, and you just ask them if they need anything or that they're doing okay. We do that a lot through the race. So
I'm going to let this be a lesson for those of you who are participating this year, and for those of you who participate in future years. This is the second time we've only done 2 episodes about the Wild West Relay that we've heard about potential dehydration from a participant. So take your water when you're going out, clearly.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yep. Electrolytes.
Yes.
Electrolytes.
Yes. Make sure you have that.
That too.
Yeah.
I'm a huge food fan. I wouldn't call myself a foodie because I don't have a discernible palate. I just like eating all of it. And so help me understand.
Yep.
Yeah. Like, I'm sure there are like fancy foods, and that's cool, and I'll eat that, but I'll also eat, street food from a cart. So, Talk to me about the food
Mhm.
situation, because you're out there for such a long time and you're swapping, vans where you're resting and then going on again and running again. So what's the food situation like? And Tommy, since you're the leader, I'm gathering that you're organizing all of this stuff for van 2. What's the food situation like for
Mhm.
sports nutrition and hydration while running? And then help us understand what happens when you're parked and you're waiting before you go back out after van 1's done.
Yeah. So I always like to say that we are tall hobbits because we eat anything we can get our hands on. My go-to is always absolutely love PB&Js for running fuel. Uncrustables, homemade. I yes.
Yes.
I go to Costco and I clear out the shelf, and that's pretty much what I live off of.
Hey, Sherry, can you cover your ears for a second? Tommy, do you want to be on our team next year?
So Sherry's a PB&J girl too.
Big time. That's all I bring. My stomach can only handle certain things.
Yep.
So that's my go-to.
Yeah.
Canvas
PB&J.
Run Club, you just lost 2 participants for next year's team.
Oh darn. Yeah. Beef jerky to get that protein. And then it's really just whatever. Granola bars, trail mix. Everybody brings stuff that they want, and
Okay.
bring it. Because one, sometimes you run out of food, you misjudge. And then 2, sometimes I need some of that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now there are times where we're near a town or something and we have the time to stop and eat a meal together. And those meals, because they're in the small towns, are some of the best, sketchiest meals you will ever have.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
You can never judge a restaurant by the way it looks on the outside or the inside.
That is correct.
Especially in a small town.
Yeah. But it is good.
The dirtier it looks, the happier I'm going to be, most likely.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I grew up in New York and I worked in Manhattan for, I don't know, 10, 15 years. And I call them pizza closets because it's literally like a door. You walk in there and there's just a pizza oven. There's one dude and a refrigerator with like 12 Cokes in there. And it's the best pizza in New York you're going to find. Like you can go to the fancy places and it'll be tasty. Right. But you go to that place and you're going to be smiling forever. It's that good. Sherry, how about you from the food perspective? Are you more like, yeah, I'm going to eat this granola bar and this PB&J, but I can't wait to get to this specific town because I know last year when we ate there or the year before when we ate there, I got this meal. Is that something that you look forward to?
Sure. Yes. The first year we didn't have that opportunity, so we just ate what we brought, which was fine. And I do the PB&Js. That's really what I eat. And then I have like dried fruit and stuff like that is what I mainly eat. But if we stop in a town, yes, I'll get something. And so the last couple years we were able to stop somewhere, and I do look forward to that. I don't know if van 1's going to have that opportunity because those were van 2. So, but we don't always have that. But I do look forward to those places that we stop. So, yes, and they have
is there any
specific
place you
I'm
want to give a shout out to?
What I pick because I want to make sure I can continue running. So.
There is that. There is that part of it. So, I mean, we're runners and you want to continue running. We run into these issues, right? It'd be great if we were immune from not having to run into the woods, but sometimes that happens. Like, are there designated bathroom stops while you're driving throughout the state?
Only at the exchanges they have places. So they
Okay.
have like the honey bucket things,
Honey bucket for life.
Yes, exactly. Well, Melissa, our name one year.
Yep.
Oh, that was the team name?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we were
Oh,
hopping honey buckets.
Yep.
Yes, I love it. Clear. Was there approval from Canvas Credit Union? Was there a person who's overseeing all of this that was like, yeah, we want to do a team, but
Yep.
keep it under control kind of thing? And has that person just thrown their hands up in the air and been like, go have fun?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah. It's whatever goes, really, as far as the team names. There's some interesting team names that we've come across, or that we've been. One year we were the Penske bitches.
Yes.
Were
the race
there?
car driver?
No, the Penske trucks that clean up everything. Because we always say we're here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah.
And we're not professional runners. We don't win contests, competitions. And a lot of times we're one of the last teams. And so we just try to.
I love it. It's fantastic. Like I presume, right? Like you go into this concept of this relay race with this idea of we're going to have fun. There's going to be hard moments.
Mhm.
There's going to be moments of exhaustion. There might be even some tension because one person's too tired and the other person's too loud and whatever it might be, right? Kind of like a family that's in close quarters. Eventually there's going to be some friction. But when it's all said and done and you're crossing the finish line, and Sherry, I'll ask you this question. Like, it's got to feel so good to know that you've worked as a team to get through 200 miles. Is that correct?
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, it's just amazing. It makes you feel so good, and you just are proud of it. You're proud of each one of them. All of us are proud of each other because we all work together to make that work and finish the finish line and all that. It's amazing, and how we just get close. We're close. We got to meet each other, learn about each other. So we have a connection when we go at the end of that finish line, and it's amazing. So yes.
And I'll follow up that with this question. Have you ever personally felt any pressure to perform? Or do you know of other athletes that might have felt a pressure to perform versus, look, I run a 7-minute mile or I run a 14-minute mile. I'm covering my mileage and the team is, rah, rah, woo, woo for them.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't matter. We just support each other. It doesn't matter if somebody's faster than another. It's not that what it's about. It's just a matter of getting everybody to do the best they can and support that. That is so important. And that's what we do. We're not here to, well, forget it. Get in the van now. Now it's time for me to run because you're not going fast enough. It's not like that at all. No, it's a complete opposite. We want you to finish. So yes, whatever that takes. So we're there to support. So it's a lot of fun. We make it fun, and that's the main thing. It's not a competition. It's being there, doing the best you can do and completing it. So you have that. You feel good about that. And even if you don't finish a run, that's okay. You put your effort in there. Somebody else wants to step in and finish the leg. If not, that's okay. We're here to have a good time. So that's what it's about.
Yep.
So Tommy, you've done other relay races, you said, and maybe you can help answer this part too for the Wild West relay. Like, so with this relay, it's 200 miles. It's a day and a half, if I'm not mistaken, right? 36 hours.
Yep. Yeah.
And so when you're coming to that finish line at the end, and now you have 12 teammates or whatever number of teammates you have as you're going across that finish line, can you walk the audience through some of that like emotional feeling that I presume, I shouldn't presume, but I'm going to presume because I'm an emotional guy and I cry at every finish line. So like when you're going through that finish line as a team after having pushed and pulled for 36 hours, can you help the audience understand what that's like?
Yeah. It's one of the best feelings in the world. So even though it's one person completing that last leg, we as a team wait for that person close to the finish line. When we see them coming, we all group together with that last runner and we cross the finish line as a full complete team. And the emotions are all over the place.
Yes.
I've seen people cry. I've seen people, as soon as they cross that finish line, they just face plant into the ground and say, "Thank fucking God."
Yeah, pretty much it, yes.
Yeah.
I survived.
Yeah. And it all comes to an end right there and a realization that you did this. At a certain point, you're on autopilot and you're just going through the motions. But the second you cross that finish line, it's almost like a montage happening in your head of everything that you thought you missed. And it's all right then and there. You have all of the other teams, Mandy and her crew cheering you on. She's screaming out your team name. And it almost feels like you're winning an Olympic medal.
Yeah.
Because of the amount of
Awesome.
work and the effort that you've put into it.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
Now, does Mandy at this event, because we've talked to her about her other events, is the finish line, bouncy houses and all kinds of other amazing stuff that she does? Does she do that at this finish line as well?
Oh yeah, it's all set up really nice, and they have a big thing you run through, and there's a bunch of things set up. Oh, it's amazing. There's food and beer and all the good stuff, and yeah, it's pretty amazing.
The way she has described her events, like, so she mentioned glamping at one event. She's mentioned bouncy houses at one event. She's mentioned a local beer company putting the participants' faces on the label of the beer. Like, how does that make you feel as a participant that the race director is going another step above? Like, does that give you motivation, inspiration, and like, I want to be a part of this? I don't care how hard it is.
Oh yeah, Mandy, as far as race directors, the fact that I know her name as a race director says a lot. And the fact that she knows us all by name. And if you say, oh, Sherry said this or Sherry did this, she knows exactly who Sherry is. And she's like, oh, Campus Run Club. Yep. So with Mandy as the race director, even more like an extended family. She takes care of us as runners. If anything goes wrong, she's right there in a heartbeat. What can I do to support? What do you need from me? And I've seen her go out of her way to help these runners. And as a runner who does different relays and races, I look forward to doing Mandy's runs. Yes. Because I've grown to expect a certain level, and year after year, she increases that expectation. And I feel a lot of times after doing one of her races, I'll do another race, and it's like, well, that was fun. Just like, that was cool.
Yep.
You hear that, Mandy? You're going to have 52 events, one event a week.
I will be front and center.
Yes.
You're going to need you to clone yourself at this point, Mandy. Yeah, I consider myself fortunate. I've spoken to Mandy 3 or 4 times and produced the Beyond the Finish Line podcast that she was on with Joe. And you get that immediate feeling that she cares, that she wants her athletes to be successful. It would be great if the events grew and all the money came raining out of the sky, but that's not the impetus for her to put on a good event. She wants to put on a good event because she wants you guys to have a blast while you're doing it. And that's really cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's been successful because it is.
We'll make sure we do that. So
It's very fun.
Yeah.
Even when you're wanting to die,
so we've got 9 days before the event. I know, Tommy, you are super excited that you almost jumped out of your skin when we mentioned that at the beginning of the podcast. Sherry, as a veteran of this, how excited do you get? Is this another level of excitement because it's it's a new year, a different year, or is it I was at excitement level X and I've been there the whole time because of the event being what it is?
it's just a great event. So I'm excited no matter what. I mean, like I said, doing different legs gives it a different feel too. Like I'm going to be in a different band this year. So it's just exciting, just the whole event and just I'll be meeting probably some new people. And so, yes, for me, it's exciting all the time. And I have goals for myself. So I always challenge myself. And so I love it. I think it's amazing. It's an amazing event. And I always say, if anybody wants to try it, they definitely should because it's hard to explain how it is. So to do it, you'll either do it again or you will never do it again. So, it's just one of those things. But yeah, no, it's exciting. I'm very excited. I can't wait till the 1st of August on that Friday to go. I'm excited.
The previous team, it seemed like it was fairly consistent year over year. I think this is their 5th year that they'll be participating. And, there's changes because theirs is a company team as well. And look, people come and go from businesses and that happens. It's part of the process. How many of like the original core, would you say, Sherry, were there from year 1 and are there today?
We kind of lost you for a minute. Can you ask that again?
Yeah. So the question I was asking was, how many people, what percentage of the participants from like year 1 for you, Sherry, are still there that you're building memories with for going into this 4th year?
There's only a couple of us left from one, but Christine is the one. Like I said, she's going to be running with us and things. So not too many. So each year it kind of gets, we get different people, and that's okay. And you do need to have people have done it before because that's what keeps get them motivated and things. So that's why I think it's great we get new people as well, that come every year. But yes, it's not too many left from 4 years ago.
I would imagine that having different faces obviously leads to different experiences and different memories, which is super exciting at the same time too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You guys have been awesome. Is there anything about the Wild West Relay that you want to make sure the audience knows about, and for people who are going to be racing next year know about? Open floor for you, Tommy.
I'm not sure. But I mean, what do you?
I would get ready. It's not what you're gonna expect.
Exactly.
Get ready to expect the unexpected. You never know what you're gonna see. Prepare for anything, but more importantly, prepare to have fun. And don't sleep on the Woods Landing spaghetti dinner. I have heard it's amazing.
That's what the other team said too.
Yeah. definitely get a plate.
Yeah. It's amazing. Woods Landing is a pretty cool place. So
yes,
it is.
We talked about making sure you have water and hydration. It is going to be the beginning of August.
Yes.
And so what's the weather typically like? And is that what you expect to have this year, what you're seeing today?
Yeah, yes. I would equate it to like high desert.
Yeah.
It's hot during the day.
Yeah.
Absolutely atrocious during the day. But at night, pack for cold running.
Okay.
Long sleeve shirts, leggings, gloves if you need them, because it will get cold.
That's great to know.
But during the day, as little clothing as possible, but make sure to hydrate. get the giant packs of hydration tablets or packets and just have them for your van.
Yes. Hydration. We bring a lot of water and stuff, and then other people bring their hydration. But yeah, hydrating is very important. That is for sure. So
we tell everybody to bring 2 gallons of water each person.
Yes.
So that's 24 gallons of water, 12 gallons in each van. And we say the gallon jugs, not the individual water bottles, because you won't have the space.
Right.
And you'll go through all that water.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we have a rapid fire food series that we'll jump into here in a second. And we typically focus it on running foods is usually what we're looking at. So Sherry, I'll start with you. Oreo cookies. Are you a fan of the original? Are you a double stuff fan? Are you a cakester fan? Or are you a thin fan? You can also not be a fan at all.
I like Oreos, and I like just the original. The original.
How about you, Tommy?
Oh, I have a problem with Oreos. I have an entire cabinet at home in my kitchen.
Yes.
That is nothing but Oreos.
My guy.
I don't shame when it comes to Oreos. I do everything from the thins to the mega stuffed. But my all-time favorite is the limited edition red velvet.
Oh, you just ruined it for me. I was going to ask what's your favorite flavor and why is it blueberry pie?
Oh, I did actually just pick those up over the weekend, and I'm working through those, and they are, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Like, I am a huge OG guy. Give me the original 9.9 times out of 10.
Yep.
But that blueberry pie blew me away.
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Have you had the Selena Gomez ones yet?
Yes. I actually, my husband hates it, but I have some Oreos that are to eat and some that are not to eat. I have the Game of Thrones. When those came out years ago, those are a do not eat. I am also not ashamed to say that I have entered some of the Instagram contests that Oreo has done. And I have won some of the packs. Wow. So I have a limited edition Super Mario pack. I have a pack from a few years ago. Oreo teamed up with P-Flag, and they were raffling off those boxes. I have one of those. So that's how bad my Oreo is.
Sherry, I don't mean to push you out of the show, but for a second, bear with me. So Tommy, I'm recruiting you to become a co-race director with me because we do a Thursday trivia contest, and the Thursday trivia contest that I did one week was create the race of your desire and call it whatever you want. What is it? What's the name? And use your imagination. So I came up with the Oreo 100, where we start in Oceanside, California for the O, and we finish in Redondo Beach, RE, and jump into the Pacific Ocean, O. So that's your Oreo. So that goes all the way through. And every aid station has a different variety of Oreos added all the way through.
I'm there. Say yes.
So now I'm going to need you to be my co-race director, and we can figure out how to get Oreo to be our sponsor for this event, and then we're putting it on.
Deal. I got it.
That's great. I might have to start really liking Oreos.
Get in it.
Yeah.
Start with the blueberry pie. Yep. You already know what the original tastes like. Start with the blueberry pie, and you'll be set. All right, so we're gonna move on to candy.
Yeah.
Sherry, do you have a favorite candy bar?
Actually, it's not a a candy bar, but my favorite is peanut butter M&Ms. Those are the very best. Those are my favorite. So yes, I could almost eat the whole bag. Yes,
That's awesome.
Delicious. Those are my favorite.
I've asked why people love the peanut M&M instead of just eating the Reese's Pieces, and to a person they have said that the peanut butter in the M&M is creamier than the Reese's Pieces peanut butter.
And it's got like a little salty taste to it. So I think it just really complements with the chocolate. It's the best.
Awesome. Tommy, do you have a favorite candy? And why is it Nerd Clusters?
Oh, I'm actually... Nerds are a little too sugary for me.
For you? Dude, you have all the energy. There's no way that they're too sugary for you.
I know. When it comes to candy, though, I like the dark chocolate. So Twix is my favorite candy bar, hands down. I'm neutral when it comes to right or left Twix.
Dude, you're my guy. I was going to ask you, which side is your favorite, left or right?
Nope. Just give me a Twix. But a good old Hershey's special dark chocolate bar is, yeah.
Tommy, we'll start with you again. Pineapple on pizza, yay or nay?
Oh, for sure, 100%.
All right, you're in van 2. Next.
Yeah. I'm used to it.
Sherry, pineapple on pizza, yay or nay?
No, because I have jalapenos, not pineapple.
You know, most of the time, people will say they like pineapple on pizza, and they'll always add to it. And like, well, as long as it has ham or jalapeno or bacon or whatever. I say, so you don't actually like pineapple on pizza. You're looking for a meal that happens to be on a crust.
There you go.
Right?
Yeah.
Not necessarily, because almost to a person eating the pineapple on pizza by itself with nothing else on it, they don't like it, right? It's always accompanied by something else typically. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to gather my thoughts. Oh, here we go. So Sherry, we'll start with you. Candy corn. Is candy corn a real candy, or is it just earwax covered in sugar?
I buy the big bulk size bags of candy corn every year. And I eat them like it's the last time I will ever eat them.
Sherry, are you a candy corn fan?
Not really. No.
Yes.
They're too sugary for me. They're just, and they don't have a lot of flavor to me, they seem. So no. They're just decorations.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. That's it. That's all they are. What is your Sherry, we'll start with you. What is your take on Peeps?
Oh, Peeps, I don't like those at all. I'm not a big marshmallow person, and then they got that color on there that makes them taste funny. Yeah, nope. No, they're not for me.
Tommy, they're out for you too?
Nope. I have never liked them. They are just
All right, you're back in van 1.
All right. What's your take on Peeps?
I can't stand them. Like, so we've been doing, I think this is like the 170 or 180th episode of the Fireside Chat. And we were told that if you let them get stale, that they taste better. And my reaction to them was, so you want me to take something that tastes like shit, make it worse, and it's somehow going to taste better? I don't think so. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
No.
They were sent to me via mail. They were sent to me via mail stale, and they're awful. Like, just use it as a doorstop and move on. Like, it's so bad.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. We have 2 more for you. Tommy, I'll start with you. So a lot of families, maybe the grandparents, there's the candy bowl that's been there for ages. And there is the peppermint swirl. There is the strawberry hard candy with the soft center. And then there is the butterscotch. Which one is Tommy grabbing all the time?
Oh, the strawberry. I'm a sucker for those strawberry candies. Oh, man.
Sherry, how about you? Which one are you taking?
Definitely the peppermint ones. Those are what I like. I even grab those out of the restaurant. They have them. I'll take a little more than one. I'll take a little handful of those. I like those.
Little secret tip for you
do
runners
it.
out there.
Yeah. Yep.
Secret tip for you runners out there. I've been doing this for a long time. When you don't feel well, that peppermint candy is ideal. It takes your mind off of everything for some reason.
Exactly. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Sherry, we'll start with you with our last few questions.
I will. Yeah.
A tray of brownies has come out of the oven. It's been sitting on the counter long enough that you can cut into it without screwing it up. Are you going to the corner? Are you going to the edge? Or are you going to the middle for the ooey gooey?
The middle. I like the ooey gooey.
Ooey gooey?
Yeah.
Are you a person that do you put nuts on your brownies or no nuts on your brownies?
No nuts.
No
I
nuts.
just like the plain brownie. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. Tommy, where are you going?
I love a corner.
Yes.
I love the corner.
So good.
As long as they're not burnt. I like the nice crisp corner, and then you get the gooey center.
Yep.
And that's just, corner
nuts
for life.
Nuts or no nuts on the brownie for you?
No. Yeah, no nuts.
No nuts. Are you guys coffee drinkers by chance?
Yes.
Yes.
So here's my tip for you. You've heard of Talenti, the ice cream brand?
Yes.
Talenti. So they make a fantastic coffee ice cream. So take your brownie, put it in your mug, put your Talenti coffee ice cream over top of it. And as it melts, you get like a mocha, unlike anything else in life.
Ooh. All right. That sounds great.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I know it's for dinner tonight.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
You guys have been fantastic guests. Thank you so much for joining me, for shedding some light on the Wild West Relay, what participants this year are going to be able to expect and participants for the future are going to be able to expect. Thank you so much for your time. Good luck to you guys. Sherry, I hope you get a good night's sleep for that 5 a.m. wake-up call.
Yeah.
And Tommy, drive safe when you're not racing, okay?
I will.
Well, thank
you. We can't wait to see you next year.
Yes.
You got it. Appreciate you guys. Thanks.
Thank you.
Take care.
Okay,
Bye.
Thank you.
For those of you who stuck around for the whole entire hour, thank you so much. Time is the greatest gift that we can give to each other, and you just gave me the gift of your time. Thank you so much. Make sure you check out our other shows on the Everyday Athlete Podcast Network on your favorite podcast platform. And to make it easier for you, if you go to runtrimag.com, we have a menu button at the top. It says Everyday Athlete Podcast Network. Click on it. All of our shows are there, and all of our episodes are within each of those shows. So check it out. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next week on the Run, Try, Bike Fireside Chat.